I landed in the United States with one suitcase. Just one. Everything I needed was inside. But when I got to the baggage claim, it wasn't there. And what happened next made everything worse. The airport felt overwhelming. Bright lights, people walking fast, announcements echoing in the background. It was my first time traveling alone in the US, and I was trying to stay calm. I kept telling myself, everything is going to be fine. I followed the sign slowly until I saw the words. Baggage claim. That's where you pick up your luggage after a flight. I took a deep breath and walked toward the conveyor belt. The belt started moving. Suitcases began to appear. Black ones, blue ones, big ones, small ones. People around me quickly grabbed their bags and left. I stayed there, watching, waiting. Minutes passed, then more minutes, and suddenly, the belt stopped. My suitcase never came. I felt a knot in my stomach. Okay, maybe I missed it, I thought. I walked around the area, checking every corner, hoping I would see it somewhere, but it wasn't there. That's when the panic started. I walked up to an airport employee and said, "Excuse me, my luggage is missing." The employee looked at me calmly and asked, "Do you have your baggage claim ticket?" My hands were slightly shaking as I looked for the small paper in my pocket. I gave it to him. He checked it, typed something into his computer, and then looked at me again. It looks like your bag didn't arrive on this flight." For a second, I didn't understand. "What do you mean?" I asked. "It didn't make it here," he repeated. My heart started beating faster. Everything I had was inside that suitcase. Clothes, personal items, important things. "What should I do now?" I asked. He told me I needed to file a report. I followed him to a small office. It was quiet there. Almost too quiet. He started asking questions. "What does your suitcase look like? What color is it? Does it have any tags?" I answered everything carefully, trying not to forget any detail. Then he said something that made everything worse. "Your luggage might be in another city." I froze. "Another city?" I repeated. He nodded. "Sometimes bags are sent to the wrong destination." At that moment, I didn't know what to feel. Anger, frustration, fear? Maybe all of them at the same time. I was in a new country, alone, with nothing but the clothes I was wearing. He gave me a tracking number. "You can use this to check the status of your bag," he said. I nodded, but honestly, I didn't feel better. Hours passed. I sat in the airport, checking my phone again and again, refreshing the page, waiting for an update. Nothing changed. Then my phone rang. I answered immediately. "Hello? Hi, this is the airport service. We found your luggage." For a second, I couldn't speak. "You found it?" I asked. "Yes, it arrived on another flight." I closed my eyes and took a deep breath. The stress, the fear, everything slowly disappeared. They told me they would deliver it the next day. And they did. When I finally saw my suitcase again, it felt like I got part of my life back. That experience taught me something important. When you travel, problems can happen at any moment. But if you know how to communicate in English, you can solve them. So remember these phrases. "My luggage is missing." "I can't find my suitcase." "I need to file a report." Because one day, you might need them too. If you want to really learn this English, don't just watch this once. Go back, play it again, and repeat the phrases out loud with me. That's how you turn understanding into real fluency. And if you want more real-life stories like this to practice your English every day, Make sure to subscribe and stay with me on this journey. See you in the next story.